Have you ever pondered how something as simple as hygiene could determine how long you live? For many seniors, maintaining good hygiene is second nature. Wash your hands, shower regularly, brush your teeth. But what if I told you there are four critical areas of your body that, if neglected, could lead to serious infections, chronic diseases, and even life-threatening complications? Doctors warn that as we age, our immune system weakens, circulation slows, and skin becomes more fragile. This makes us more vulnerable to bacteria, fungi, and viruses lurking in the most overlooked parts of our bodies. Neglecting these areas isn't just a matter of hygiene, it's a matter of life and death. Let's dive straight into it. 1. Under the fingernails. The hidden danger, lurking at your fingertips. Your hands are your greatest tools. Every handshake, every meal prepared, every moment of comfort you give or receive begins with them. But beneath your fingernails lies an invisible world, one that could silently threaten your health in ways you never imagined. For seniors whose immune systems aren't as resilient as they once were, this hidden danger becomes even more significant. Think about how often your hands touch everyday objects, door handles, shopping carts, money, your phone, even your own face. Now imagine the bacteria, dirt, and microscopic debris accumulating under your nails, tucked away in a place so small that it's easy to forget. But what lurks there isn't harmless. Beneath your nails, millions of bacteria and fungi can thrive, waiting for an opportunity to enter your body. It happens in the simplest ways. A casual bite of food, rubbing an itchy eye, a small cut on your skin that you absent-mindedly touch. These seemingly innocent actions are all pathways for harmful bacteria to invade your system, leading to infections that could have been easily prevented. Foodborne illnesses, stomach infections, and even more severe bacterial invasions can start from something as simple as unclean nails. For seniors, such infections are not just minor inconveniences. They can lead to serious complications, hospital visits, or even long-term health struggles. Beyond bacteria, there's another menace: fungal infections. Many seniors develop yellowed, thickened, or brittle nails without realizing that these are symptoms of an underlying problem. Nail fungus begins subtly but can spread rapidly, making everyday activities like walking, wearing shoes, or even using your hands uncomfortable or painful. What starts as a slight discoloration can evolve into crumbling, unsightly nails that require medical treatment. Consider Margaret, a woman in her late 70s who adored gardening. She took great care to wash her hands after tending to her flowers, but rarely paid attention to the dirt trapped beneath her nails. It wasn't until she developed a persistent skin irritation on her fingertips that she realized something was wrong. The mild discomfort turned into an infection that required weeks of antibiotics and painful treatments. Had she known the risks, a few extra seconds of daily attention could have saved her from weeks of discomfort and worry. It's easy to overlook something that seems so small, but the consequences are anything but minor. Beneath your nails, an unseen threat lingers, one that has the power to compromise your health, disrupt your daily life, and leave you vulnerable when you least expect it. And if you think your feet are any safer, think again. What hides beneath the surface of your nails is nothing compared to the dangers that lie below, where poor hygiene can lead to something far worse than just an unpleasant odor. The next part of your body that demands urgent attention is one that carries you through every step of life: your feet. 2. Your feet, the foundation of your mobility and independence. Your feet have carried you through every stage of life. They have walked you across schoolyards, danced at weddings, paced anxiously in hospital hallways, and wandered down paths of adventure. They have endured years of standing, working, and moving, yet they remain one of the most neglected parts of the body. And for seniors, neglecting foot hygiene is more than just an issue of comfort. It's a silent risk that can steal away your independence, your mobility, and even your health. Aging changes everything, including your feet. Circulation slows, skin becomes thinner, and wounds take longer to heal. Something as minor as a small cut, an ingrown toenail, or a fungal infection can quickly escalate into a serious medical issue, especially for those with diabetes or circulation problems. A blister that goes unnoticed can become infected, a fungal infection left untreated can spread, and before you know it, something that started as a minor irritation has turned into a wound that refuses to heal. Many seniors don't realize they have foot infections until the pain becomes unbearable. By then, treatment is often more complicated, requiring prolonged medical intervention or, in severe cases, even surgery. The environment inside your shoes is warm and moist, the perfect breeding ground for bacteria and fungi. If your feet aren't washed and dried properly, infections like athlete's foot can develop, causing itching, burning, and painful cracks in the skin. But it doesn't stop there. Fungal infections of the toenails, which start with a slight discoloration, can cause thickening, brittleness, and even separation of the nail from the skin. This can make walking painful, and for seniors with balance issues, it increases the risk of falls, one of the greatest threats to independence in old age. Henry, a retired teacher in his late 70s, had always been active, but he rarely paid attention to his feet. When a small sore appeared on his toe, he assumed it would heal on its own. Days turned into weeks, and though he felt no pain due to decreased sensation in his feet, his wife noticed the wound was growing. By the time he visited the doctor, the infection had spread, requiring intensive treatment. What started as a small oversight nearly cost him his ability to walk. A simple habit, washing and checking his feet daily, could have spared him months of difficulty. For seniors, mobility means freedom. The ability to walk without pain, to move without hesitation, to remain independent without relying on others, these things are invaluable. But they all begin with foot health. Something as simple as keeping your feet clean, dry, and well-maintained can be the difference between walking confidently into your later years or struggling with preventable health complications. Yet, while we often ignore our feet, there's another area that gets even less attention. One so small and seemingly insignificant that most people don't realize it can become a hotspot for bacteria and infection. And the worst part? You carry this hidden risk with you every day, just inches from your face. The next neglected body part might surprise you. 3. Behind the ears, the silent breeding ground for bacteria. It's easy to assume that if you wash your face and hair, every part of your head is clean, but there's one small area hidden in plain sight that often goes unnoticed. Behind your ears, a space so seemingly insignificant can become a silent breeding ground for bacteria, sweat, and dirt. And for seniors, ignoring this area isn't just a matter of hygiene. It can lead to skin infections, unpleasant odors, and even more serious health concerns. The skin behind the ears is different from the rest of the body. It's thinner, often creased, and in constant contact with glasses, hearing aids, or masks that trap moisture and heat. Over time, sweat, oil, and dead skin cells accumulate, creating the perfect environment for bacteria and fungi to thrive. If left unclean, this buildup can lead to irritation, redness, and even infections that spread unnoticed until they become painful. Many seniors who wear glasses for years develop soreness behind the ears without realizing that trapped bacteria are the cause. The pressure from the frames, combined with poor airflow and trapped sweat, can cause painful sores that take longer to heal with age. There's also a more serious condition that often starts behind the ears: seborrheic dermatitis. Many mistake it for simple dryness, but it's actually a chronic skin condition that causes flaky, itchy, and inflamed skin, often creeping from behind the ears into the scalp. Left untreated, it can spread, becoming increasingly uncomfortable and even leading to bacterial infections. Seniors are more susceptible to skin conditions like this because the body's ability to regulate oils and fight off infections diminishes with age. Roger, a retired engineer, had worn glasses for over 40 years. He never thought twice about the area behind his ears, believing his daily shower was enough to keep him clean. But over time, he began noticing a persistent itch, followed by a burning sensation. When he finally checked in the mirror, the skin was raw, red, and inflamed. What started as a minor irritation had developed into a mild infection requiring medical treatment. It was a problem that could have been prevented with a simple habit, a quick daily wash and thorough drying of the area behind his ears. It's a small space, easy to forget, but behind your ears holds more than just dirt and bacteria. It holds an opportunity to prevent discomfort, infections, and unnecessary pain. And yet, while this area often goes unnoticed, there is one part of your body that is even more frequently neglected, despite being used every single day. You rely on them to interact with the world, to touch, to hold, to express yourself. But if they aren't properly cleaned, they could become your greatest health risk. The final body part on this list might be the most dangerous one of all. 4. Your hands, the gateway to your health. Your hands have been with you through everything, holding loved ones close, wiping away tears, cooking meals for family, working tirelessly to build a life. They are the tools of connection, care, and survival. But what if the very hands that have shaped your world are also carrying invisible threats, ones that could put your health at risk without you even realizing it? Every day, your hands come into contact with thousands of surfaces: door handles, shopping carts, money, elevator buttons, handrails. Each of these is a gathering place for bacteria and viruses, waiting for an opportunity to spread. Unlike your face or your clothes, your hands don't just collect germs, they transfer them. With a single absent-minded touch, you can introduce harmful microbes into your mouth, nose, or eyes, giving them direct access to your body. For seniors whose immune systems are no longer as strong as they once were, this seemingly small habit can have devastating consequences. The common cold, the flu, and even serious respiratory infections often begin with unwashed hands. Something as simple as rubbing your eyes or adjusting your glasses can be enough to let a virus take hold. And while younger individuals may recover quickly from these illnesses, for older adults, even a mild infection can escalate into a severe condition requiring hospitalization. Pneumonia, a leading cause of hospitalization among seniors, can start with a simple germ that made its way from an unwashed hand to the face. But bacteria and viruses aren't the only dangers. Skin infections, stomach illnesses, and even more severe conditions like norovirus and E. coli poisoning can be traced back to improper hand hygiene. Many seniors assume that a quick rinse under running water is enough, but without proper scrubbing, harmful bacteria remain, lingering under fingernails, between fingers, and in the creases of the skin. Hands that look clean can still carry microscopic threats. Robert, a 72-year-old retired banker, had always considered himself careful when it came to hygiene. He washed his hands occasionally but never thought much of it. Then one winter, he found himself catching colds more often than usual. At first, he blamed the weather, but his doctor pointed out something simple. He wasn't washing his hands frequently enough, especially after coming home from public places. Once he made it a habit to be more diligent, the difference was remarkable. The lingering fatigue, the constant sniffles, the frequent bouts of illness, they all faded, replaced by a newfound sense of energy and well-being. Your hands are the first line of defense against illness, but they can just as easily become the very thing that introduces sickness into your body. The choice is yours. Allow harmful germs to spread freely or take control of your health by making hygiene a priority. It's a small effort with profound effects, a habit that can safeguard your health for years to come. And when it comes to longevity and quality of life, it's often the simplest, most overlooked habits that make all the difference. Because in the end, staying healthy isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about giving yourself the freedom to enjoy every moment of life to the fullest. A simple act, a longer life. A lifetime of wisdom teaches us that it's often the smallest habits that shape our health in the most profound ways. We spend years focusing on exercise, nutrition, and medical care, yet the simple act of proper hygiene, washing our hands, keeping our feet clean, tending to the spaces we forget, can determine not only how long we live, but how well we live. Neglect is rarely intentional. It happens in the quiet moments, in the spaces we overlook, in the routines we assume are enough. But the body has a way of reminding us that even the smallest areas can hold the greatest risks. A hidden infection, an unnoticed wound, a tiny accumulation of bacteria can spiral into something far more dangerous than we ever anticipated. And in a world where aging makes healing slower and immunity weaker, prevention is no longer just a suggestion, it is a necessity. Taking care of these often forgotten parts of the body isn't just about hygiene, it's an act of self-respect, a commitment to your own well-being. Every extra moment spent caring for yourself is a moment invested in a future where you remain strong, independent, and able to embrace the years ahead with confidence. Because in the end, longevity isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.